Greetings. Welcome to episode 6 of my series titled St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, Lead an international airport to serve the three southwestern parishes of Jamaica. We will be discussing the above subject in today's presentation. First, I'm making a request for you to support this channel by subscribing, liking, and sharing today's video. Also, feel free to take part in any discussions below. Today's topic is the decline of the southwestern tourism industry is caused by a lack of investments in the southwestern infrastructure compared to investment in the north coast. Today's four main points for discussions are: 1. Why are there less visitors in Black River over the past 10 years compared to the number of visitors in Black River 40 years ago? Number 2, what happened to the 1970s and 1980s tourism boom in Black River? And 3, why are there so many hotels closed in Black River in the late 1990s and the 2000s? And 4, how will the tourism industry in Black River and the surrounding towns and villages be rejuvenated? As a child growing up, I used to see more tourists in Black River in the 1970s than I am seeing these days in Black River or around St. Elizabeth. During the Christmas seasons in the 1970s and 1980s, half of the people in the town, especially on Christmas Eve night, were returning residents and their families, such as children that were born abroad, etc. Also, everyone, including the returning residents, would feel safe to traverse the streets from downtown to Newtown and vice versa until 4 a.m. in the morning, etc. The streets were brightly lighted up with the normal street lights. Then, in addition to the normal street lights, there were the Christmas street lights. These Christmas street lights were fixed to the light post permanently, but turned on from about the 15th of December to the 6th of January, if my memory serves me right. These lights were on a bow-shaped pole with about 12 bulbs on each pole. The poles being fixed to each light post. These Christmas lightings were on for about a mile stretch of the road from the town center up to the Independence Park. That main road is called Central Road, where my family lived. Hence, the Christmas lights would pass our house. One light post was almost opposite our house. Hence, as a child, I looked forward to the lights being turned on during the Christmas season. Central Road was the first street to get electricity in Jamaica. Hence, I grew up knowing that I live on the first street to get electricity in Jamaica, probably before a lot of streets in the USA have electricity. Also knowing that I live in the first town to have electricity in Jamaica. I grew up on a street with most houses on the street having 6 to 10 children. Our house had 10 children. Plus I had another 6 siblings outside before my dad met my mom. My parents had 10 children from their marriage union. Central Road was like a flower show by itself, as all the houses seems to be competing with each other for the best front garden. Being one of the younger siblings in my family, I was not involved in such, um, and it was my sisters mainly who were doing the planting of the flowers in the garden, etc. One could smell the different gardens as they walk along Central Road in the evenings. It was also a spectacle seeing all the children playing in their front gardens in the evenings. However, with all the above splendor on Central Road, from the 1960s when I was born to the 1980s while I was still in Jamaica, at this very moment, of the six houses to my left and the six houses to my right, six of those houses were left to rot. Four of those houses had collapsed, and at least two is currently empty. The other four houses which are occupied does not have six children in total living in those four houses, two of which are rented out. These are just my next door neighbors, but I will leave the rest for another day. The question, however, is what has happened to my street where I grew up? The simple answer to the above question is there were no jobs in Black River. Hence, people had to leave to find work elsewhere, especially for those who did not make the grades in high school to become professionals. Black River being the capital of the parish, it had good schools and hospitals, health center, the parish council was there, police station, fire station, and banks, etc. Hence, professionals' job were available at the above institutions if one was qualified, which some from Black River did. However, most posts were filled by people from other areas in St. Elizabeth and beyond. Nothing is wrong with that. Only a few people works in banks and at the parish council. Anyways, those institutions does not have mass employment vacancies. What Black River and many other towns in St. Elizabeth needed were some industries that can employ the lower working class citizens by the hundreds and by the thousands. This is what the large all-inclusive hotels can do for St. Elizabeth, employing hundreds of people at each all-inclusive hotel. Also, an international airport would be employing hundreds of people as well with the various job opportunities at the airport. The government now need to rejuvenate the parish and the southwest of Jamaica and a whole so that the area can get 10% or 20% of the tourism activities on the island. The street lights need to be improved like they used to back in the 1970s. There need to be more police presence on the streets and more safe zones where visitors can feel safe to roam around. The area also need more public beaches where anyone can go and have a swim. I used to see tourists come and have a swim at the Safari Beach Club almost daily in the 1970s. A couple would just pull up in their green plated rental car and go and have a swim, then drove off an hour or two later. All the local residents, including the middle classes in Black River, oftentimes used the Safari Beach Club back in the days as well. My father operated his fishing business, mayor to the Safari Beach Club in Black River. Hence, I could see everything that was taking place over there. The seaport town of Black River made infrastructural investments to return to its former glory. An international airport and a few large all-inclusive hotels would do just that for Black River. Thanks for watching this video. To support this channel, please click the subscribe button below, share this video, and leave your comments in the box. God bless you. God bless our Prime Minister. God bless the Parliament in Jamaica. And God bless Jamaica. Until my next video, peace.